Hi everybody, Matt back again, and so the psychosis over basing continues, and this time it's English Civil War. Now, the reason I've been prompted to do this is, by watching Miller's video earlier today where he went through how to start an English Civil War army, and it got me thinking about my own English Civil War army. Now I base mine on the Earl of Essex's army, and it's had a couple of outings, but what I've realised is I pretty much based it exactly the same way as I based my Wars of the Roses figures. So all these guys, they're all on 4x4 bases, 40x40 mil, okay. And the way I used to organise them is I used to put them basically side by side in groups of 3. Okay, if we just see this here, yeah. So that would be a musket wing of 12 men. Okay, now that worked quite nicely, apart from the fact that it's quite difficult to move them forward all of the time. So my musket wings were 12 men, and my pikemen were in a block of 16. Okay, exactly the same as Miller showed in his video. So pike block in the centre, block of 16 pikemen, okay, and then either side of that 3 bases of 4, making up 2 wings of 12 musketeers. So essentially 3 standard units in pike and shot if you were playing pike and shot. Okay, so now, but then I thought, well, why don't I just put these on big rat bases again? I could do that, okay. And so what I decided to do, and this is crazy because it involves rebasing an entire English Civil War army, is I'm going to put these onto the big red bat bases that I've been using for Wars of the Roses. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 6 men on a base for, shift these around a little bit, 6 men on a base for muskets. Okay, so we've got 4 guys there. Now move these along slightly, and then I'd have space for another 2 men at the side. I'm just going to use 2 bloody miniatures guys, just stick them at the side just to kind of represent the other 2 troops. I'm not going to use these figures, but I'll use some more musketeers. So basically 6 men. Okay, so 6-man block, a 6-man base, and then another 6-man base makes up 12 musketeers. So 12 musketeers one side, and in the centre, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 big rat bat bases together, and I'm going to put pike block. It's quite difficult to move pike around without stabbing yourself. Hello Martin. And there we go. So 2 big rat bases. I've done this several times actually. I've done it when I was creating encampments and things like that. 2 big rat bases side by side. They've got nice pike block in the centre. So all my pike blocks will be so that's a standard unit. I've got a very large unit. I've got 1 big unit that I put together for CrackCon before. I'm not going to create another one of those because it took a lot of figures. But that's the pike block in the centre, and then there'll be 12 guys on that side on 2 big red bat bases, and then on the other side another 12 guys. Okay, just move these that way. Who will basically be the other wing of muskets. So that's the plan. So I'm getting a bit obsessed at the moment, but that feels like that will look really nice to me, and it will also spread out the musketeers on either side a little bit more because they're a little bit packed together in their groups of 4. And also what it'll allow me to do is to play maybe Pikeman's Lament if I leave them in groups of 6 like that, because in Pikeman's Lament it's groups of 12 and 6. Pikeman will be a bit more difficult because I'm putting them in 16, but hey, Might buy another battalion from Warlord. Okay. Yeah, that is the only problem really. I've got no spare musketeers. I used up all my musketeers when I was building my army of the Earl of Essex. So I basically need a load more musketeers to fill in the gaps on the side of the groups that I've already got. So I have to put them slightly to one side, and then another 2 guys at the side there, putting 6 on each base. Yeah, so that's the plan. So when I actually do this, I'll get back to you and I'll update you and show you how I've gone on with it. So that is the plan. So as I'm talking, I'm thinking even more. Crazy, isn't it? But they do look nice like that. It's kind of chunky and feels like a big battle. Also, that I did find they're quite hard to move around when they're all on little small square bases. It's hard to move them around, especially the pike. You want to move the pike in one big block, don't you really? Also, it enables them to kind of overlap a little bit at the front. I know you can get big bases where you can allow it to do that, but I think what I'll do, I don't want it to be too large. I don't want too much of a space at the front, and that feels just about right to me. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking of at the minute, guys. So I just thought I'd share my thoughts with you, more basing horror, and yeah, have a good Sunday, have a good week at work next week. Hopefully I will, and I'll see you later. Bye.